Go ahead and assess that. I know you can't put a whole lot on, but I'm sure that because of the level of competition, which you preach your guys not to play down to, but it allowed you to probably work on some things that maybe you wouldn't have been able to work on, correct?
I think the thing I'm most pleased with is just the sense of urgency that they had to start the game. I think they prepared mentally at a much higher level than they have in the last 4 games. And we've been talking about it. We've tried to change practice, change drills, change practice plans to try to get these guys to understand the type of mental energy that you have to have, the type of focus, the sense of urgency that you need to bring every time you step across the floor, onto the floor, whether it's practice or a game. And I saw that tonight, and that's why we got off to such a good start. Anthony, I thought, was the prime example of that because he was not very good in LA last week, and it was because he didn't come mentally ready to play. And tonight he was completely dialed in. He followed to a T what we had talked to him about how, the path on how to be successful for him individually, and he executed that. And you saw that he had a good game because of it. So I'm hoping other guys can see that example as well and learn from it.
BJ, despite the fact that they didn't present some of the challenges you'll see on a daily basis, you still have to, you still got to shoot. You still got to hit.
Right.
I mean, if you hit 48.6%, you still got to put the ball in the hole. 16 assists. I mean, and I asked the guys, even when you had different combinations out there, and they said that's similar to practice, because you don't overload a team in practice. They seemed like that they all worked pretty well together tonight.
No, we shared the ball better, and we've talked about that, and we've talked about that in this setting here after games, is that our offense has to start helping our defense, meaning
right.
We can't take quick shots and try to make me plays early in the shot clock because you can't defend those plays. And tonight, I think, some of it had to do with the zone that they were playing, but again, that helped us as well because that's kind of a funky zone that a couple of teams in our league play, so it was good for us to see that and play against it.
This is Sanger.
It's just it's a matchup zone with a odd guard front that a couple of teams in our league play, and it can present some problems, especially for young guys. And I thought we spent some time talking about it, but not a lot. And I was pretty happy with the way that we executed against it. But whenever you make shots, it makes your offense look pretty good. And tonight we made shots.
Let's talk a little bit about the combination that you got from Mathis and Verhagen. 14 points and 13 rebounds combined. I guess with what they've shown so far against some good competition, you'll take 14 and 13 combined from those guys anytime, won't you?
Yeah, I will, especially the 13 rebounds. For those guys to get 6 and 7, for Jeremy to get 7, he needs to be getting that every night. And I was really impressed with the way that they crashed the offensive glass. And part of that again had to do with the zone. It's harder to rebound defensively. It's harder to box out and rebound out of a zone. We talked about that I thought we could get second chance opportunities, and again, they followed a game plan, and we had some success because of it.
Let's talk a little bit about CSU. I mean, they can't, I don't know other than the confidence and at least to try to execute the same way, when it is there, CSU is still a whole different animal.
No question. No question. I have the utmost respect for that program. Every year he puts different pieces in there and gets the same output, and they're extremely hard to guard. Their guards are as good as I've seen, as good as we'll face this year. And then they have his trademark, which is when that ball's up on the rim, they eat like animals. And so we're going to have to play more physical. We're going to have to play tougher. We're gonna have to be a lot better than we were tonight to have a chance and to be in that game. But tonight was a good step. It gave our guys some confidence. But it'll be a hard adjustment for our young team because it'll go from this sagging zone to a team that's going to get up in us and make us execute on the offensive end.
What can be an equalizer against a team that's probably going to show more athleticism and probably more fluidity and just the way they're on a roll now? Will it be trying to, get to the boards and maybe get something out in perimeter, 3-pointers?
Well, we've got to make, the reason we've had success at their place until the final couple of minutes, the last couple of years, is because we've made shots. That's always the great equalizer. When you can make shots, it takes a lot of pressure off. But we've got to be better defensively, and then obviously, I think the two keys are going to be how well can we execute and get good and try to get good shots, because I think if we get clean looks, we can make shots. And then we can't afford to get stops defensively and get them to miss shots and then give them second and third chances, which has been hard for us to keep them from doing in the past. So we've got to rebound and we've got to give ourselves a chance on the offensive end and get shots.
What will Dallas bring to you on Sunday?
It's asking a lot of him to have that be his first one. I don't want him to think he's got to change everything. But he's another really good on-ball defender, which we'll obviously need against their perimeter guys. He's a guy that provides a lot of energy for our team. Our guys feed off him. He's emotional, and as long as he keeps that in check, it's a good thing for our team. I just want him to focus on defending and getting out in the break and helping us play fast offensively, because he's really good at that. He's really good at attacking in transition. If he does that, I think good things will happen. He's a good rebounding guard, so he can help us in that. But to answer your question, I think the biggest part you'll see is what he can help us do on the defensive end.